Good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody. Welcome again to another edition of our monthly AMA. By now, you already know how we do it. If you're new in the meeting, we want to say a warm welcome to you. And if you've been an existing member and you're familiar with what we do here, we also want to say a very warm welcome to you. One of the essence of this particular event is so that you can be strategically positioned for profit in any market condition. It is quite rare for you to see any exchange doing this consistently for the community. And one thing about Remitano, one thing that makes Remitano stands out is the fact that Remitano is always constantly giving back to the community. And that is the reason why we're having events like this from time to time, so that you can, be at the top of your game. I'm going to be the host for today's event, and with me is Sam. Sam, if you've been attending this AMA in the last couple of months, you would already know Sam by now. Sam is my colleague here, and he's going to be walking us through a very critical concept that is very, very important. That's in the world generally and in the crypto space. The world is constantly changing, and we are transitioning from the regular fiat money system to the digital currency system. And it is very, very critical that now that it is still pretty much new, right? And of course, adoption is growing at a very rapid rate. This is a very critical time to understand how the system works. And that is why we are bringing this to you. Sam is a seasoned and highly trained professional in the space, and he's going to be teaching literally every one of us, myself and you, how to up our earning game using cryptocurrency in this current changing world. So join me in welcoming Sam. In case you have any question, if you have any question, we have the Q&A icon on the app. Once your app is open, you will see the Q&A button on the top of the app. You can use that, and you can always drop your question in the chat section. All your questions are going to be well noted and will be attended to at the end of the event. Join me in welcoming Sam. Sam, welcome. It's good to have you here.
Hi, Fale. Thank you so much for that warm intro. You always give a great intro. You've got amazing MC skills, my brother. I want to welcome everyone on the call today. Usheshe, I see you. Welcome, guys. Welcome to everyone across the world. I'm really excited about this AMA session that we're about to have today. Reason being is, guys, we have literally, it's the 1st of September. We have October. Abdullahi, Bashir, I see you. Bisan, Victor, I see you. Hi, guys. I'm honored to be with you guys today. We have October, we have November, we have December, and the year is done. 2023 is going to end in about 3 months. And so I know for us in South Africa, December is a really big month. Everyone is looking for opportunities to spend money in December. That's when people get their bonuses. So I would like to impart with you some skills on how we can earn some money online. And maybe these are the skills that you guys can start to use in order to make some money using cryptocurrencies online and make that side money on the side, whether you're still working, whether you're unemployed and you don't have a job and you're waiting for a job, maybe you're an entrepreneur and you need some capital injection on the side for your business. Just open an ear, take some notes, and hopefully this will add value to you. As Fale has said, guys, name another crypto exchange that is doing monthly skill development for their clients, showing their clients this is the way you can use the platform to make money, and not necessarily just our platform. We give crypto skills. So it's to make sure it's also raining this side, Ibrahim. It's raining in South Africa as well. But we are going to give you guys skills in order to actually improve your sources of income. Let me start sharing my screen. Let's actually get into it over here. There we go. Today we are talking about online earnings in a changing world. That's what we are talking about today. I am your host. I'm your speaker. Fale is going to be your host. He is an amazing host all the time. And basically, the outline of what we're going to cover is we've done the introductions. We're going to be focusing on two things: demystifying the art of swapping. We're focusing on swapping today because what I want to do with you guys is actually give you guys skills that you can use easily. These are not skills that need you to be a crypto, know it all, someone who's very, very educated. These are going to be very easy skills that you guys can use in your day-to-day to make money, swapping USDT to BTC, setting your price on swap and the path to passive income. And then finally, opportunities for online earnings. And then at the end, I'm going to stop. So I'm going to make sure my presentation is short because it's about giving value to you guys, not just teaching. It's about giving you guys information, maybe 30 minutes, 35 minutes max, and then listening to the questions that you have. And myself and Falaye can actually answer as many questions that are actually your hurting points. That's why we're here. So starting off, now when it comes to cryptocurrency trading, I mean, cryptocurrency trading is like any form of trading. It's got ups, it's got downs. It's not like, a 9-to-5 job where you sit and you wait for someone to pay you. It's about you finding the opportunities to make a profit. You see an opportunity here, you take it. But to become a skilled crypto trader takes years of trial and error. You try and you fail. You try and you fail. And so what happens along the line when you're still learning how to trade? A lot of people lose a lot of money on their journey of learning how to trade, and they give up because they don't have the support structure, they don't have the education, they don't have the community, they don't have the encouragement that they need, and they're not given the skills to upskill. Maybe you're a beginner trader, you don't even know where to start, you don't know where to look. Maybe you're an intermediary trader and you're not making those consistent profits. And maybe you're a pro trader, and well done to you, because it takes a lot of effort to be a pro trader. But today we're going to give skills that are going to actually equip or share with your beginner to your intermediary or high intermediary traders. So cryptocurrency is like a thrilling roller coaster ride. The highs and lows of the market can be a playground for skilled traders, but let's be real, becoming a pro is very, very hard. And just like any other job, day trading isn't a universal fit. Some of you guys in this live are scalpers. You guys are going into the charts every day and you're looking for those short entries in and out. You're making your money quickly on maybe the 1 minute, the 5 minute chart or the 15-minute chart if you can hold. Some of you guys are swing traders when it comes to cryptocurrencies. You're willing to hold your position with Bitcoin or Ethereum or XRP or whatever coin you guys believe in. So you've got to find, number one, a style that suits you. And what we're going to do throughout these courses, the reason we give so much information a month in and month out is so that you guys can be listening and then go, hey, I actually like that. I'm going to start, that's my own strategy, using the strategy that they've given me. But I want to make it clear, guys, that this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This by no means am I saying take your money and do this. What I'm here to do, what we are here to do today, is to equip you guys, to upskill you guys, to have knowledge about different crypto strategies that you guys can use to make money. Now, in demystifying the art of crypto trading. Now, like we said, we are going to show you trading strategies that you guys can use to make money easily. This is not about being a pro trader that can make big profits. It's about giving the regular person who lives on, who lives a day-to-day life, a skill to say, if you do this, if you can keep an eye for this, if you take the time to learn the skill, over time and over practice, everything takes practice. Even if you're cooking a regular meal, it takes practice before you're really good at it. And if you can just learn the skill, you can make some money on the side. You can make some passive money that you don't need to think about. You can make some money that maybe you use to buy yourself some clothes or, to buy items that you need on the house. But if you take it seriously, you definitely can make a living using crypto trading as a tool. Now, what Remitano has done is we're going to be focusing on the swap aspect of Remitano today. Now, basically, what is swap? And I'm just going to give you guys an example. When you guys look at how the economy or economies used to work in the earlier days, we used to use the barter system. Now, how the barter system works is that maybe I have a cow and maybe Falae has gold. And so I would have to take my cows and go to Falae and say, Falae, I want some gold. Can I give you 20 cows, maybe for 1 bar of gold? And he'd say, yes, yes, I'll take the cows, you get the gold. And we swap. We are swapping assets. I give him my cows, he gives me the gold, and we swap. Now, obviously, that doesn't happen nowadays because we have a system called money. Now, money became the universal system of trading, of bartering. Why? Why did we shift from swapping items, from swapping oil to cows, or cows to clothes, or corn to clothes? We moved from swapping because what happened was that in order for me to get what I wanted, I needed to find someone who wants to barter, to swap for the same thing. What happens if I go to Ibrahim and I say, Ibrahim, I've got 5 cows and I want to buy cement. And Ibrahim says, I've got the cement, but I don't want the cows. I want goats. I don't want cows. Then I've got a problem because I can't swap with Ibrahim because I don't have the asset that he wants. And so that's why we moved towards money, because it became a exchange tool that could measure all the different asset groups without you having to carry the cow, to carry the oil, to carry the corn, to carry the gold. It became a standard that we use. But now we know there's a lot of things that are connected to cash. Inflation, production, there's a whole lot of things that are connected to cash. So if you actually look at it, in us being in the digital age, we are actually going back to things that we used to use in the Stone Age, because now with the swap feature, what happens is that I have cash, but I want crypto. So I go into the Remitano app and I put my cash in my wallet. And from my wallet, I say to Remitano, I want cryptocurrency. It doesn't matter what it is, whether I want Ethereum, Bitcoin, XRP, doesn't matter. But I swap it with Remitano or on the app, and I say, I'll give you guys maybe $1,000. You guys give me the crypto that I want, and I choose, and I exchange them. So that's what the swap feature is. It's me giving Remitano cash or swapping cash on my Remitano wallet for a cryptocurrency. Or if I have a cryptocurrency, I swap it back into cash because I need cash now to go buy something at the store. We know that cryptocurrency is the future, but the world hasn't gotten to that place where now I can just go from my Remitano wallet and, tap for my USDT. But what makes Remitano also interesting, which I really, really like, is that you can exchange from one fiat currency to another, meaning I can be right now, like I'm in South Africa, I've got rands in my account. And what I can do is I can literally travel maybe to another country. I can go to Kenya, I can go to Nigeria, and then swap it for the currency that is there without having to actually have that currency. I got onto the plane and I have South African rands. And then when I get to another country, I swap it into the fiat currency. And that is a very powerful thing, because technically the Remitano platform is giving you more than cryptocurrency now. It's giving you currency and a bit of foreign exchange in the countries that it's trading. And that's a very powerful tool that we have, because we pay to have both. We pay to actually change from South African rands to dollars. You pay the bank to swap. Funny enough, you pay the bank to swap on your behalf. And then when you go to things like Western Union and the foreign exchange at the airport, you pay them, you give them money, and they take a fee to swap. But when you're doing it on your app, you don't have to pay because the exchange is happening on the platform. Now, setting your price on swap, the path to passive income. What if there is someone here on the live, you are a single mom, or you're a mom who's working and you don't have time to be looking at charts, you don't understand the charts that well, you don't have time to see what's going on. There is a thing called setting your price, which we're going to get into. And this is a very powerful key that can actually give some people the ability to actually be crypto traders without being full-time looking at the charts. Inputting your own price in Remitano Swap can potentially earn you money through the trading strategy called limit orders, which we're going to cover now. Let's break down how it works and how it can contribute to your earnings. Now, what is a limit order? A limit order is a trading instructions instruction where you set to buy or sell at a specific cryptocurrency at a predetermined price. It's about seizing opportunities by setting your own price, taking advantage of the price fluctuation. Now, to make it simple, instead of making it a very complex thing, let me show you guys how this thing works. I know that you guys have seen the price of oil, and we all get affected by this. The price of oil has gone up, which means what? Fuel has gone up, which means everything has gone up. The price of Bitcoin has gone down. The price of Ethereum has gone up. There's always these price changes that we don't understand what's going on. Why is this going up? This is going down. What does that mean for me as a normal person? Let's make it very simple. What you can do is, if you would like to buy a coin, let's say the price of Bitcoin, I'm just using an example, is sitting at maybe 300,000 rands, which is maybe $20,000 or $30,000. Let's say this is the initial price over here at number 1. Now, what you would do is that you would buy Bitcoin, whatever coin you choose, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, USDT is a stable coin. You choose the coin that you want, you buy here. You set your price for the profit margin that you want. So you say, I bought Bitcoin for $300,000. I mean, 300,000 rand, maybe $20,000. I want to make $10,000. So once it gets to $30,000, when Bitcoin goes to $30,000, I want to make $10,000 profit. What you do is you set your sell limit at the top here. So when the price moves up, and it's going to move down, guys, for all you new traders who think everything just goes up and up and up, that's not how it works. It's going to go up, it's going to go down, and then it's going to go up again. And when it hits the price that you've set it, it's going to sell, meaning it's going to take you out of the trade. And you are automatically out of the trade, and you take your profit. Now, what does that mean? It means that you can calculate the profit margin that you want to make on a coin, any coin. You buy that coin, you set the price to say, I just want to make 5,000, whatever currency you want to make in your currency, 5,000 rand. And when it hits this price, I am out. And what that does, guys, is that it frees up you to make passive income. How? Because you don't have to watch the charts to make money. You don't have to be a full-time trader to make money. All you have to do is buy the specific price and let it run by itself. And when it gets here, because it will go up and then price will retrace and it will go up again, and you can take profit. Now, what are the benefits of you using a sell limit? Is that it's better price execution. Why? Because you execute at the initial price. Don't set a price that you hope, I hope Bitcoin goes down, down, down. People wait for months. Some people wait for years. Set it at the price that you are at, and then set it to the potential price that you have. That gives you, number 2, control over your trades. You are the one who is dictating. If it goes over here, then I'm going to take my profits. But also, if it goes into negative, you can also control to say, I'm only willing to lose maybe 4% or 5% of my initial capital. Anything more than that, I am out. What does that mean? You are not those people who are going to sleep praying, I hope the price doesn't collapse tomorrow. Why? Because you have set your limit, the limit that you're willing to lose and the limit that you're willing to make. You are able to sleep freely knowing you can't control the markets, guys. The markets will go up or they'll go down. All we can do is maximize the movement, the fluctuation in price in order for us to make a profit. So number 3, the benefit is you have time. You can become a crypto trader without having to live on the charts, living on your screen. You can set your buy limit, set your sell limit in the morning. You can leave, go to work, and then come back and just check up on it. Earning on price swings. Number 4 is you have earning on price swings. So as the price moves, and this is something that people don't want to understand, is that you do not make a profit if the market doesn't go down. Some people will place, they'll place a buy, they'll buy a lot of a specific coin or place a trade. And as the market goes down, they think, oh, I'm losing money, I'm losing money, I'm losing money. And then the market starts to go up and they're like, oh, I should have bought more, I should have bought more. And your emotions are on a roller coaster. What happens, guys, is when the price goes down, it gives you an opportunity to buy. The price will go up. Now, whether it'll go up in months, in years, that's a different variable. But you need to understand that every time that the price goes down, it actually gives you an opportunity to join the wave. It gives you an opportunity to buy an asset at a cheaper price. And when price goes up, when you hear people saying, Bitcoin is at an all-time high, XRP, that is not the time to buy. You have missed the wave. You've missed it. You should have been those people who are buying low, selling high, buying low, selling high. Now, conversely, if you believe the price will rise, you can set a higher price as your limit order, and then the market reaches your specified price, your BTC will be sold automatically. With setting your limit orders, you do not have to watch the screen. You do not have to sit the whole time. You set and forget. Now, how do we use inflation? How do we use Remitano to fight inflation? Now, as you guys know, we're living in third world countries. Most of the people on this call are from an African country or a South American country that, you know, it's not as strong as the dollar. But if we use a strategy called dollar cost averaging. Now, what does that mean? Dollar cost averaging is a strategy where you buy the dollar at a set time constantly. So you make a decision for yourself. I'm going to buy the dollar. I'm going to buy the dollar on the end of the month, on the 30th of the month, because that's when I get paid and that's when I have money. You set almost like an alarm on your Remitano app that averages for you. So every time on the 30th, it's going to buy. Whether the price is high or whether the price is low, it doesn't matter. It's going to buy the dollar for you. Whether the dollar is at 18 Rand, whether the dollar is at 20 Rand, whether the dollar goes down to 17 Rand, whether the dollar goes up to 23 Rand, whether the dollar goes to 19 Rand, it doesn't really matter. Dollar cost averaging is you saying, I am an investor. This is not a scalping strategy. This is not a quick, like a quick buck. What it is saying is that in the long term, compared to my currency, I know that the dollar is a stronger currency than mine. And as you buy the dollar, what you are doing is maybe January, you buy here at 18 Rand. February, you buy, it goes to 19 Rand. January, February, March, you buy at maybe 18 Rand 20. It goes to 22, March, April, May, June, July. And when people look at this investment strategy, they'll be like, I should have bought more dollars when it was lower. You didn't know that it was going to go high. We can't control the economics. All we can do is ride the wave like surfers. But what happens, guys, is when you buy the dollar in January and it goes up in February and it goes down in March and it goes up and it goes down, the profit that you are looking at is January, I bought it at 18. Look in December, it's gone from 18 maybe to 22. I've made a big profit between here and here. Look at February. Yes, it went down in March, but from here to here, I've made a very big profit. Yes, it went down in March. It went up in April. Oh, I couldn't buy as much. But guys, from here all the way to here, you have made a profit margin. And you are making those margins each and every month as you buy the dollar constantly. Now, the benefits of dollar cost averaging, regular investments are made, whether the market prices are high or low. This lessens the effect of short-term price volatility. You are not trying to trade the dollar. You are investing into the dollar being stronger than your home currency. And in you doing that, you are buying the future value of the dollar now. The dollar is currently sitting at South Africa 18.18. I remember in, I think it was April, it went to April or May, it went to 19 Rand. It almost tipped 20 Rand. And what you do with this strategy is you buying the future value of the dollar in comparison to your currency. And as you know, the dollar is always year in and year out. You guys can go look at it, depending on the country that you're in. The dollar gets very much stronger than a lot of African countries. And this strategy cultivates discipline in investing habits. This is an investment strategy, not a trading strategy, an investment strategy. If you can set and say, I don't have to do it myself. That's why we're talking about passive digital income strategies. You set it on your app, it deducts it from your wallet each and every set day. Some people want set date. Some people want it to be deducted on the 30th of the month. Some people want it to be deducted bi-weekly. Some people are truck drivers. They get paid bi-weekly. Some people want it to be deducted every week because they want those dips in price of the dollar. You set it. You set the tone of how much you want to invest. But what the app does is that it takes the money from the wallet, immediately buys dollars for you, and you're an investor. So now you're buying USDT, and now you are buying crypto automatically. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to become a full-time trader. You set these limits, you set these boundaries, and the app, it works on your behalf to make you money. What do you do? You come back and you check. How much is the US dollar in comparison to my country? How much profit have I made from last week to this week, last month to this month, last quarter to this quarter? I like to use quarters when it comes to the dollar, buy in lump sum for 1 quarter and let it move. But guys, dollar cost averaging is an investment strategy that you don't have to think. You are disciplined in letting the app work for you, just like an alarm. You don't wake yourself up in the morning. You set an alarm and it wakes you up. Now, circumstances in which you can earn money swapping cryptocurrencies. Number one is arbitrage trading. Now, what is arbitrage trading? I know there are some very skilled arbitrage traders in this group today, and you guys are killing it. You guys are killing the market. But what arbitrage trading is basically is that you look at the price of cryptocurrencies on one platform, and then you compare it to the price on another platform, and the price difference between the two you use as your profit margin. What some traders will do is they'll come to Remitano, look at the price of Bitcoin, look at the price of Ethereum. Maybe on Remitano, you have to spend 200,000 Rand, or you have to spend $20,000 to buy a Bitcoin. Then you go look at another platform like Luno, and Luno is selling Bitcoin for maybe 220,000 Rand, or $25,000 or $22,000, 20,000 on Remitano, 22,000 on Luno. And what they do is you buy on the cheapest platform, and then you go over to the other platform and you sell, and you make a small profit each time. Each time there's a price change. You come to Remitano, you check the price. Maybe there's Bitcoin's current price is $25,000 or $30,000. Then you go to Binance, and Binance is willing to take it for $30,000. Then you're making a big margin. These price fluctuations, like I'm saying, guys, as the price goes down, that's opportunity. When the price goes up, that's the reward for those who have taken the opportunity. So what you do is you come to one app, you look at the price of any coin, could be Ethereum, whatever coin that you're into and you've studied, XRP, and you check the price on one platform, and you buy it and you sell it on another platform, and you make a profit. Now, prices can vary across different exchanges. Traders can exploit these price discrepancies. They buy at a low price on one exchange, they sell at a higher price on another exchange. Price volatility. What this does is create opportunity for you as a trader, as an investor, to profit from price movement fluctuations. Traders capitalize on short slide. When it goes down, it's an opportunity for you to buy an asset. When it goes up, it is rewarding those who have made the right decision. If it goes down, it is punishing those who have made the wrong decision. It is about timing. Now, circumstances in which you can earn money swapping cryptocurrencies. And the tool that we are going to talk about now and share with you is liquidity provisions.
Invest with Remitano in the easiest way possible. Meet our liquidity feature. By providing liquidity to our pools, you can just sit your money here and see how your capital earns interest for you. Open your transaction by adding liquidity. Choose the pair you want to invest. You don't need to know how to invest. Check your position and always keep track of your investment. Invest in crypto now with Remitano.
Great stuff. As the video has explained, guys, liquidity users can deposit their cryptocurrencies into a liquidity pool, earning a portion of the transaction fees generated by the exchange as a reward for contributing to the platform's liquidity. What does that mean? It means this. You are taking the capital that you have and you are pooling it together with many people who are looking at maybe a specific coin, and then what they do is you pool your money together and Remitano will reward you with a portion of the profits in the transaction fees generated. So let's say people are now buying a specific coin or selling it globally. I mean, Remitano is a global company. People are trading every day, all the time. As those transactions are happening, Remitano is saying to you, you know what, instead of us doing all the trading ourselves, because it's not about being a bank. The bank holds the money. Crypto is about people being the bank. It's about people making the transactions. So you become a part of the platform and you say to the platform, I have $10,000 that I'm willing to put, but I want my profits to be in a percentage. And what Remitano does is that before you pool your money, it gives you how much your liquidity pool is offering for that, you know, for you to buy or pool your money together for a specific coin. And once that is calculated and you join a pool, you know, you earn profits off of the transactions that are made. So the more those people buy the coin, the more those people are transacting in crypto, the more people are using that specific coin that you chose. So for example, if you chose Ethereum and people are transacting in Ethereum and not in BTC, because there are people who have pulled their money for BTC, there are people that have pulled their money for Ethereum, you can't make money off the Ethereum pool. You must make money off the pool that you chose. So if you chose BTC, then people who have pulled in the BTC will make profits off of the transactions of BTC on the platform. People who have pulled their money together on the Ethereum coin will make money off of the Ethereum pool. That's how you make money in using liquidity. Now, what are the benefits for you guys? Why should you pool your money? Because the liquidity pools and the interest that you earn on Remitano is way higher than the bank. If you go to the bank right now, first of all, if you want to buy a house, I'm using South Africa as an example because I stay here. If you want to buy a house in South Africa, the current interest rate that you have to pay the bank back is 11%. It's 11% on your bond payment. What happens when you put money into the bank? Look how much they want when you borrow money. They want 11%. What happens when you are giving them money? At FNB, one of their biggest tools or accounts that they're using is called the Money Maximizer. It gives you 8.20% per annum. So you put that money away for a year and you are going to get 8.20%. If you go to Nedbank, the tool that they're using is an electronic fixed deposit. So you've got to put a lump sum. You've got to put a lump sum of money, like a large amount of money, away for a year. And how much are you going to get back? 9.5%. You go to Standard Bank, which was the closest competitor. Standard Bank has a fixed deposit investment. You giving them money for a year. And then what happens? They said they're going to give you 11.2%. Now, Remitano with our pools, and this is a screenshot because you actually get the notifications on your phone. Sometimes you see it, you don't understand. It's saying, liquidity opportunity for this specific coin at this interest rate. The supply for a year, it's giving you 23.5%. That was the offer for the liquidity pool, was 23.5%. It varies. You'll see the notification, and guys, look at this thing. It's something you should be looking at. It's an opportunity to invest into a passive income stream. The money is kept away. It is kept away on an API. This API is your annual profit yield, meaning this percentage that they are offering is how much you will make at the end of the year. What is the difference between Remitano and the banks? Is this. The API is higher, number one. Number two, you get access to your money at any given moment. It's not a 30-day, like you have those 60-day accounts, those 30-day accounts, you can't touch them. No. With the Remitano pools, you put your money into a specific pool of liquidity, you put it away, But if you want to take your money out tomorrow, you can take it. You want to take it out next week, you can take it. And number 3, for each day that you've kept it there, they calculate basically 20% is going to be for your API for the year. And what they'll do is that if you say, okay, I've kept my money in there, but I'm only going to keep it in for maybe like 6 months, then they'll calculate the API of that 6 months and you'll get that return. The bank doesn't do that. You take it out before a year, you get zilch. You get nothing. So look at the difference in institutions. Crypto is willing to give you 20% plus. Remitano is willing to give you 20% plus. The bank wants 11%, but it's going to give you 8.2 at FNB, 9.5 at Netbank, and 11.2 at Standard Bank. You choose which one is going to make you more money, sitting at the bank or putting it into your Remitano pool. Now, we've covered these things, which is the circumstances in which you can earn money, swapping cryptocurrencies, stacking and yield farming, which we've spoken about, is in our liquidity pool. You can look at the liquidity feature in the Remitano app. Get those notifications, guys, of the yields. Don't let them just come and go. Get those notifications. Swapping, we've spoken about. You can swap a specific coin. You can buy USDT, wait for the price of the dollar to go up, and swap it back into your currency. And obviously, lending is more of a long-term investment, which also goes with our dollar cost averaging, buying the dollar consistently all the time. And those are the tools that I wanted to share with you guys today. I'm going to stop there and give you guys enough time for us to get through some of the Q&A. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Sam. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, brother.
Thank you very much, Sam, for that one. That was really mind blowing. I particularly love this today's concept because a lot of people don't really understand that the bank is actually out there to make money off them. The bank does not have your interest at all. And before we go right into the question from the audience, before we start taking questions from the audience, I'd like to throw out a question to you guys. You see, just put your answer in the comment section. The question here is, where would you rather put your money? Is it in the bank? Where, first of all, one thing that it is already a fact is that over the years, over time, your money reduces in value, and that is a fact. Inflation, would catch up with your money, and plus the fact that your bank is making money off your money. So the question is, would you rather put your money in crypto and make your crypto work for you, or would you rather have your money in the bank, where whether you like it or not, that money would lose value? Put your answer in the comment section. Let's see what we have here. Okay, someone said I would prefer to put my money into crypto and stake it on. Oh, that's interesting. It just goes to show that you actually have an understanding, a solid understanding of what Sam has mentioned, or Sam has taught us. So, the first question I would like to ask, because I like to always be the first person to ask questions. I don't know, just call it the host privilege. So the question I ask is, what is your opinion about scalping as a swing trader? I already believe that, okay, I want to invest for the long term, but I due to one or two analyses that I've done, okay, good example would be, earlier this week there was the news out there that Grayscale won a lawsuit against the SEC, and that news is actually positive news for Bitcoin. So I know, fundamentally speaking, that the price of Bitcoin would go up. But then I'm a swing trader. I have my holding. I just want to hold for the long term. What would you say about scalping, catching little profit here and there as a swing trader? Do you think it's a good idea, or do you think I should just stick with my swing trading strategy and not take profit here and there, even when I know it is actually what I should?
Okay, my personal opinion, funny enough, I personally also I do the same thing. I I have a swing account, which I just, hold, don't fold, and let it run because it's more long term. But my personal perception is have one account that you swing, and you start with the swinging account and you let it run, because there's nothing else you're going to do. Once you've set those things in motion, you've just got to step back and you've got to let it run. But when it comes to scalping, I'm not going to lie, I've seen there's so much news happening, like you're saying, volatility. You've got the skill of trading, and why not use it to make small profits as you go? But letting the swing account be your big money maker over the long term. The way I see it, I use my swing account for big asset purchases. Let's say I'm saving up maybe to buy a property or whatever. I just let it swing. But at the end of the day, am I going to hold, I'm going to hold for the next 5 years and not eat and not enjoy life? No, I'm going to enjoy life right now. And that's where scalping comes in. Okay, we want to go on a trip. Okay, let's scalp. Let's see how much money we can make. I want to buy some clothes or whatever. That's my perspective.
Oh, I love that. Thank you very much. That makes a lot of sense. So, I think everybody, what Sam is trying to say is that diversification is key. You should have a portion of your portfolio that is dedicated to long-term holdings. Then you can have a percentage of your portfolio that is, dedicated to, trying to take profit here and there, a little fraction of it. So it makes a lot of sense. Thank you very much for that. I'll go right into, we have quite a number of questions here. Very, very critical questions. So JC is asking, she said, when you set the price of your coin at the first level with the aim of making the profit, she put $10,000, and the price didn't go any high to reach the second level, but rather it goes down, which is typically a loss. What am I supposed to do? Also, the trading of those coins has time limit. So this person is essentially asking if I anticipate that the price of Bitcoin, for example, would go to $28,000, and right now is say at $25,000, and I've set my buy limit, and due to one reason or the other, the price of Bitcoin starts to fall. What should
this is what I recommend. Yes, I get it. She's asking about losses. This is my recommendation to you, Jacinta, is that losses are a part of the game of trading. Whether you're trading stocks, indices, crypto, it doesn't matter. You will make losses. But my recommendation to you, ma'am, is that minimize your losses, maximize your profits. What does that mean? For example, yes, we anticipate, assume, propagate, if that's a word, we desire price to go up in the direction that we want. But what happens when the price doesn't go where we want? We have to practice proper risk management. Don't over leverage your trade. It can't be a 50-50 coin toss. It can't be when it goes up, I win. When it goes down, I'm destroyed. No, minimize your losses. Set a stop loss if you depending on the platform that you use. If you're not using a platform that can give you the ability to stop, what a stop loss is setting the amount that you can say, I'm not willing to lose. Maybe let's say you're talking about 10K. So I'm not willing to lose 3K or 5 or 4K of my initial capital. Once it hits your amount, you've taken that loss, you've cut your loss, and you walk away. You've made the wrong decision. You did make a decision. The market is not in your favor. Walk away. But you cannot put yourself in situations where it's a 50-50 coin drop of if it goes up, I win. If it goes down, I lose everything. No, it can be a situation of if it goes up, I win. If it goes down, I lose a small amount. And then you look for another opportunity because you still have capital.
Thank you very much. I think the key takeaway there is Jacinta is risk management is very, very critical. Any form of trading, you need to be able to your ability to manage your risk is really pretty much important than whatever it is you want to even do. So that's why it is a common saying that you should not invest more than you can afford to lose. We understand that we want to catch profits here and there, but don't get too greedy so you don't get swept away. And of course, it's also critical that you do all your assignments, learn all the technical knowledge you need to learn, all the fundamental analysis you need to make sure all of those are in check. All of that with the right risk management, and you probably be winning most of the time than you'll be losing. So yeah, thanks for that, Sam. I'll go to the second question. Someone said, there's a reason I'm skipping question 2 and question 3. We'll get back to that. I just want to answer questions that are actually hitting the nail on the head on the concept we've been discussing. So someone said, I love the swapping and the P2P, but sir, please, can you throw more light on the lend aspect? How does it work and what is its benefit?
Okay. That's Jacinta as well. She's asking all the right. Okay. The lending aspect is basically, as what I understand, and Fale, you can also add on, is there is a time where Remitano will give you the opportunity to lend either a portion of capital or a portion of a coin. So for example, you are lending your coin to be distributed, and there is a how can I say this, a percentage that you'll get back in contributing towards the network. So for example, I don't want to say it's similar to stacking or yielding. I think stacking might be a better example, but you are basically taking an asset that you have, whether it be cash, converting it into crypto, and then lending it to the community to use. Maybe there's a shortage of a specific coin on the network in the community, and as you supply the platform gives you a profit for being, as I like this, a stakeholder. More, I don't want to use the word shareholder, a stakeholder, because now you are contributing towards the liquidity of the community. Falaye, can you please add on if there's anything that I missed?
That so Jacinta, this is how lending works. Lending works hand in hand with borrowing. You see, as an individual, as a crypto user, as an exchange user, you can go to an exchange, you can go to Remitano and say, hey Remitano, I have this particular portion of asset that I don't want to touch. Say, let's say it's your Bitcoin, but you have a trade that you're hiring, but you don't have funds for that trade. So you can borrow money from the platform using your other asset as collateral. You can borrow money at a particular interest rate. So now the money you are borrowing is being provided by lenders essentially. So now lenders make money because borrowers pay a certain amount of interest rate on whatever it is they borrowed. So it's really just a simple system. So as an individual, you can say, hey, I want to. You have an asset that is idle, and you feel like you're holding it for a very long time, and you feel like instead of the asset sitting in your account doing nothing, you can more like providing liquidity, but then in the form of lending. So you tell Remitano, okay, use my asset as borrow out my asset, and there's a particular interest rate that you're going to get back in return. But then I've just essentially told you how your money or how your asset is being used. Your asset is essentially being lent out to people who would borrow it, use it for a particular trade, make profit, pay back with interest, and the interest is distributed accordingly. So that is how it really works. So yeah, I think I really hope that answers your question. So let me move to. Okay, so Kingsley is saying, how do I automate my DCA? I mean the procedures. I wouldn't want us to, Sam, I wouldn't want us to spend so much time on this question. I think there are video tutorials on YouTube. I don't know if Antonio can help.
But yes, we did it in the last AMA, but I think all he has to do is look for a date when it comes to setting a date, and then buying USDT is a short one. But there's a lot of information on the website.
Okay, thank you. Señorita says, I want to start trading crypto on Remitano as soon as possible. What coin would you prefer to start with? See, we are not here to offer any form of financial advice, right? We'll just implore you to do your own research. It's very, very critical because we would not tell you this is the coin to invest in, this is the coin to start to trade. What we are here to teach you is giving you the right knowledge, equipping you with the right strategies to be a better trader in the market. So you need to, there's a place where you need to do your own assignment. There's a place where you need to do your own research. So essentially, that is why DYOR is a word in the crypto space. You need to really sit down and do your own research. And one of the ways to actually do your own research is also to acquire knowledge. So attending events like this is also one way to actually learn and understand something. There's so many concepts that you've understood right now. You probably need to do more reading, and we have a lot of technical analysis articles that are being posted on the website almost every day. So these are articles and guides that can help you and give you more insight into how the market is behaving, how different cryptocurrencies are behaving, and from there you have proper insight onto how to get your trading started. So I really hope that answers your question. I don't know, Sam, if you would like to add to that.
Yes. I definitely want to say to Señorita that we don't give financial advice. We'll never tell you guys go buy this coin, because we are very wary. People find themselves in pump and dumps where people are pushed into coins and the coin goes left, and then who's held responsible. But I think a good starting point for you to learn might be, especially because you probably live in a third world country, is look at the correlation of the US dollar in correlation to your currency. Go onto the Remitano app, buy a small amount to start, because you're a first-time trader. Buy maybe a small amount of USDT and just watch the correlate. Watch how it moves. Just watch, like, buy a small amount of USDT and watch how it moves, and that'll kind of give you an understanding of the price action that can happen. And then you can move to from a stable coin, because don't forget USDT is it's not volatile. It doesn't move a lot. It moves very slow in correlation to the US dollar. Then it'll give you an understanding of what it will feel like when you get bigger coins. But it's not a recommendation. You're just looking for a coin. An easy coin to start with on the platform is USDT, and seeing how it moves.
Okay, thanks. Someone is asking, my question goes like this. When you said about setting your price on swapping, if you put a price like on USDT 1-to-1 price, but you short to like 1-to-5, will your profit be 1-to-1 or 1-to-5?
It would be 1.4. It is the difference between the two, because you bought at 1.1 and it shot to 1.5. So what is the difference between the two? It would be, I would say, 1.4 or 4. That is your profit margin. So you take where it stopped and you take where you started, but it also depends how much you put in. You get what I'm saying? So it won't be the same, because it depends. Some person put $1,000 and make, let's say, $400. Some person put $10,000, make $4,000. Do you get what I'm saying? It varies. But what you would do is where it moved to, by where you are, you minus the difference in the two.
Okay, that works. So there's a reason why I'm going to skip some questions, essentially, just so that we can get to all the questions that are actually related to the topic of interest today. So we'll get back, if time permits us, we'll get back to other questions. If time doesn't, we'll literally reach out to you. You can send in your questions through a Facebook post or on any of our social media platforms, and your questions will be answered. You can also send in your questions to any of our customer support team, and it would also be answered. So I really just want to get through with the questions that has to do with today's topic of interest. This person says, the lending percentage you earn and the liquidity you had, are they the same thing?
The wait,
The
the lending
lending,
that I percent.
yeah.
No, because I didn't show anything for lending today. Lending was just part of the Q&A session. The one that I was showing you was for the liquidity in order to actually supply a coin. So for example, you'll get a notification on your phone to say, hey, you can earn this amount of, APY if you were to make a deposit, and then you go to your wallet, you check how much you have in your account, and then maybe you want to put it in. So that was the percentage. It wasn't a lending percentage. It was a liquidity percentage.
Okay. I think this question is actually interesting. This question is interesting. Chiwendoani is asking, he said, does it mean that all exchanges have their own different prices for each coin as they want? No fixed price for each coin on exchanges. For example, sometimes I will see BCH trading at $188 in other exchange, and in Remitano it will be trading at $189.8. This is my question. I think this has a lot to do with arbitrage opportunities that you mentioned in the slide. So this is his question is, do we have a global standard pricing for all cryptocurrencies? What I would want to believe is asking what is the reason for the price disparities, and I just think we should shed more light on this. It's interesting.
Okay, I'll share what I know, and then Fale, you can also share what you know. So no, there is no global fixed price. There is a global rate of how much it should go at, and the price fluctuates. But bear in mind, guys, each platform buys how can I put this? Each platform will buy maybe a pool of a coin. They'll or wholesale. Let's look at a platform as a wholesaler. The platform will buy a wholesale of a coin and have it on their platform. And then then they put a markup in whatever way they choose to put a markup. Some platforms put a markup in the term of admin fees. Some, they put a markup in terms of transactions, however they choose to make a profit. But what they also do is they put a markup on the coin, and that's their selling price for them to be able to make a profit. So yes, sometimes Remitano will be cheaper than Binance. Why? Because the price that we're offering it's the same as any store. If you go to a spa, you'll get tomatoes, but not at the price that you'll go to a Pick and Pay and get tomatoes, but it's tomatoes, because each person has their own price that they'd like to sell it that is healthy for them to be operating as a business. So that is why it gives an opportunity for traders to say, because you can't go to Spar and buy a tomato, then go sell it at Pick and Pay. You can't do that. But in the trading world, you can, because it's about community. That's what's beautiful about crypto, guys, is that it's not controlled by organizations. We are the players, and in us being in the crypto world, we are part of the mechanism that keeps it going. So that's why you have an opportunity to buy here and come sell here. Why? Because you are part of the mechanism that keeps the crypto industry moving. Fale, do you have anything to say or add?
And you said most of it. I really need you to understand, everybody, that fundamentally there is no unified pricing for pretty much anything across board. There would always be some form of disparities one way or the other. If you remember, I don't know how many of you here know the story of Sam Beckman-Fried. He started out, essentially doing arbitrage trading. He made his first $1 million, essentially just buying Bitcoin from one exchange and literally selling on another exchange, just because there was some form of price disparity. And it's not just in the crypto space, it cut across several, almost all aspects of life. There's, just like you said, you made mention of the price disparity between the same tomatoes across different stores. So you just need to be, strategically positioned, do your research, and whatever works for you. That is why arbitrage is a thing, is literally a thing in the financial space, where you can buy low somewhere, sell high at another place. Just be on the lookout for the price disparities and just make maximum profit from it. That's what I would love to tell you. So let's just go to the next question. Someone is asking, what is the meaning of APY and its benefit?
From my understanding, APY stands for annual profit yield.
Yeah.
It basically means your annual profit yield is how much are you going to get at the end of the year for investing your money. That is your annual profit yield. You put money away in the bank and they say to you, your API is going to be 10%, meaning we are going to take your capital, we are going to hold it. But what actually happens is that the bank takes your money, it puts an trades your money, it buys investments, it buys assets, they buy crypto. And then at the end of the year, after they've made their profits, then they come to you and be like, hey, here's your 10% that we promised you. That is an APY, an annual profit yield.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. Someone, Ibrahim Emali, is asking, what is the difference between P2P and swap?
Okay. P2P is peer-to-peer trading. So for example, I buy Bitcoin and I buy Bitcoin maybe at $20,000, and then I come back on the Remitano platform or any other platform, and look how beautiful crypto is. I set the price of what I want to sell my crypto at maybe 24,000, because I want to make my my little bit of profit. So I set the price, I put it on the platform, and everyone can see Sam is selling crypto at BTC at $23,000. Someone else can be like, nope, I'm going to sell it at $22,000. Someone else can be like, I'm willing to sell mine at $21,000. That is peer-to-peer. All the peers in the community set the price of what they want to sell their cryptocurrency as. Swapping is when you go onto the platform and you put in your money, whether it's Naira, you put it into the wallet, and then you swap it for a cryptocurrency for the exact same value. It's the same thing that we spoke about. I bring a cow, Falae brings gold, and we swap. He now has cows, I now have gold. You go into the platform, you bring the money, Remitano has the crypto, you swap. In the same light, when you have crypto, it's in the same way. For example, I'll give you guys a small example, and this is for the 15 people that stayed on until the very end. The same way, a small code. At the end of the month, take your salary or whatever income you have, convert it into USDT or the USD, wait for the currency to go up, and swap it. You would have made a profit of your salary, because as the dollar goes up, the money that you put in has increased in value, and you've swapped it, and you've made more money than what you actually earned in keeping it in your normal currency. That was a small cheat code for all the people that stayed on up until the end. That is the difference.
All right. So let me get to this one last question before we'll call it a day. Someone said, during swapping, what are the benefits of using 100% cashback swap fee vouchers, and how can constant use of cashback swap fee increase my financial gain in the swap market? I think I've answered this particular question earlier on. So I'll just briefly answer, so Sam will just add to it. So I think your cashback swap fee vouchers are essentially an offset of your trading fee. So essentially, when you perform any transaction on the platform, there are associated fees. We all know this already. So these cashback vouchers are essentially what you can use to pay these fees. So now when you have these vouchers and you have to swap, or you have to perform one trade or the other, you will not have to typically pay trading fees from your money, because you already have a voucher. So that means that you're practically performing these transactions free of charge. So that is what the. So go ahead, Sam. I don't know if you want to add.
I was affirming what you're saying. You've hit it on the head. There's nothing more to add. It's exactly that. Perfect.
Okay. So if you have a lot of vouchers and you are a heavy trader, that means you have an opportunity to trade as much as you want, and you won't have to bother yourself or be worried about paying transaction fees. Everything would be offloaded on your vouchers until you've exhausted them. So I think that is pretty much it. So to keep it short, so that we would not be identified for staying too long on AMS sections. If you have questions that we've not particularly answered, or if you feel like the answers we provided are not satisfactory enough, you can send us an email. You can also reach out to us on various social media platforms. We have a large community on Facebook. We have a large community on Discord. We have a Twitter channel and pretty much any other social media platform you can think of. And the customer support on the app is always on reach. So if you have any question, if there's anything bothering you, if you have any issues with your trade, feel free to use that customer support feature. We have 24/7 personnel on standby to attend to your needs, because this is a global company and we have staffs around the globe. So there's no need to get yourself worked up that, okay, it's 2 a.m., nobody will answer me. There's always someone to attend to you. So thank you very much, guys, for joining in. We really appreciate that you spent enough time here. We appreciate your attentiveness. Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you for that amazing section. That was awesome. I've learned so much, and I believe that everyone has learned so much too. So please, what do we have to say to Sam? Please, if you let's leave a comment. Of course, feel free to take a screenshot so that you can post and let people know what you've learned today. So leave your comments. Thank you so much, Sam. People are saying thank you, Sam. Everybody's saying thank you.